Hello everybody, it's Lord Magicus. I just wanted to take a moment before we get into this to just mention how much I appreciate all the people who follow me and come and watch these streams live or watch the replays. It is your support that helps me keep doing this. So if you are watching the replay, do me a favor, click the thumbs up. That's all I ask of you. But yeah, everybody, thank you for watching all this. I could not and would not be doing this without all of you. So I appreciate it. So yeah, this intro is dedicated to you guys, the fans. So, all right, let's look at our deck list for today. Here we go. We got Simic fishes once again on the menu for Modern. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, our mana base is going to be, I think, the same. I think this is the correct mana base for this list. The only slight changes that I've made from the original are I am choosing to maximize on the 1-drops. Oh my god. Alright, that needs to stop. Hold on a second. Give me 1 second here. I do not want random notifications coming up in the middle of my stream. Where the heck is it? Wow, we're off to a great start, I can see. How do I, like, mute this? I don't want to... Okay. Well, sure, fine, whatever. We'll deal with it in a second here. I am still here. All right, here we go. Look, I'll be here while I'm trying to figure this out for a second. Yeah, where are my notifications for this? Oh, yeah. Wow, yeah, this is always, amazing. Yeah, that they should. I do not want them starting like this. So, no, not the icons. I want. All right, whatever. It's gonna be fine. I'm sure it's gonna be fine. It's not gonna disrupt anything, because I just know it's not gonna. I need it not to. Anyway, all right. Let me switch this back. There we go. It's fine. Look, we have fishes. See, that's what's here. But yeah, so the only change that I am making for this is actually, you know what? I can solve. No, that's not going to solve the problem. Never mind. I put the 4th Kumena speaker in here, and the 4th Mistbinder, and then the cards we're choosing to trim one of are the Trickster and Tidebinder, because this is the maximum amount of power that we can possibly put into the list. So more 1-drops means we have more turns where we can hold up Pierce on turn 2. It also means that, like, going 3 1-drops into, like, a Lord is maximized a little bit more. Yeah, the power is just great. I think Trickster is fine. I don't think I need Trickster to win. I think it's okay. This could be something different in this slot, but I'm not sure what's better, so it's gonna stay here for right now. Otherwise, everything else is the same. I feel like this list is really close to what we want to be doing, so we're just gonna roll with that and see how it goes. All right. Yeah. See, the notifications are never a problem once I get to the actual stream, because then the chat box covers it up. So okay. All right, here we go. League match. Let's do this. Play our fishies. Yeah. I gotta get this practice in before this weekend, because it's been a while. A little bit rusty in some stuff, but that's fine. I feel good about it. I'm gonna have fun this weekend. I'm playing Saturday the 10K, and then Sunday I'll be playing the 5K. So I'm already signed up for it. Everything's booked, so I will be there. I know Nikachu's gonna be there. That's gonna be cool. He's playing in both of them and the Friday one. So, all right, we're in the draw. This hand is, I guess, okay. We're probably using Cenote Scout to just try to find another creature, but It's not the best hand in the world, but it'll do. Oh, fuck me. They're just gonna grief scam me again. Like, really? We're just gonna lose everything? Like, why is this even still a card in this format? Like, how do we start the league off like this? This is the worst. It's like, what's our percent chance to win when we get grief scammed like this? Yeah, ephemerate. You know what? Like, I don't even want to play the rest of this game now. Anything I do, like, they're just gonna play it again this turn. So they took 2 Aether Vials. All right. Well, that had to be incorrect, right? Like, that can't possibly be right to take 2 vials. No, I think we probably want that again. They're just going to take another card, so fuck me, I guess. I was told this was not good enough for Modern, but no, it turns out it is, and it was the basis of, like, the best deck in this format for the last year. And it's... Yeah, this is clearly fine. What the hell does this do? This is a newer card. Mill 3 cards, non-creature, non-land from among them. They milled 3 land, so they got Tainted Indulgence. Okay, they got Tainted Indulgence. Alright, what the heck does that actually do? Oh, draw 2 cards and then discard. Okay. They know what my hand is right now, so I guess I'm just going to play the Cenote Scout. I need to try to make next turn a little bit better. Alright, well, I'm not going to do anything this turn, so... Is this like Reanimator, maybe? Something like that. Okay, I don't know why this is happening. They have 4 cards. Like, it feels like this is going to be impossible. Okay, so what? Like, I can't attack into this. I don't have a Lord. Atraxa here. Okay, so they are playing like Reanimator, so they're just looking for like Unburial Rites, I guess. Sure. All right. I guess I'm just gonna use Trickster this turn. I can't attack, so I need to hope that like I can just like Trickster Grief or something and then get in for like a huge amount with Island Walk. This is awful. Okay, like we're not beating that. They have Vengeance, sure. Pretty much everything that went wrong there did. So, you know, what are you supposed to do? Well, we already have Spell Pierce in the main deck, so I don't know like what more we can realistically hope. We don't have any graveyard hate for any of this, so I mean, Dismember doesn't deal with Atraxa. It doesn't deal with the Grief Ephemerate shit either, so it's not really a point to that. I guess pick your poison makes them get rid of Atraxa, but if by the point that it's in play, like we're already losing, so I fail to see how that's going to help. I guess Subtlety might be fine. I mean, maybe Subtlety or Tidebinder could be okay. Like, yeah, they're I'm not, yeah, I don't know, like, subtle, like, it's okay, but I don't feel like using Subtlety in turn 1 is like, oh, is very good. They're not casting Atraxa, so I'm not sure that this helps against that either. Like, Tidebinder at least hits the triggers. They don't draw a million cards off of it. Alright. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna change anything for this. 'Cause I don't know enough about the deck to know exactly how to change for it, but also I feel like the stuff I want is already in the main deck too. This is a fucking awful hand. I'm going to lose with this. I mean, I guess this is better, but like not by a huge amount, so throw back a vial and then hope Cenote Scout helps us. Okay. Yeah, I need to have. So this is one thing that's relevant. We might. I guess if we're looking to draw a land, then it's okay. Like it doesn't really matter. Um, but this is a stop that we probably want to have here for the most part. So all right. Well, yes, graveyard this, please. It might have been. I wasn't sure if I wanted to play one of the 2 drops if I found the land. So, yes, in the graveyard, please. Sure, surveil. That's fine. I don't feel terribly good. Like it's. I imagine they probably are also playing. They have to like have solitude, right? Because they want to ephemerate solitude us. There's faithful mending. Like spell pierce would be. You know what? Hexcatcher probably would have been okay to keep on top. Like I don't know, but I still really wanted lands here because I wanted. Uh, okay, well that's actually fine. I mean, I'm sure they're gonna block here, but I mean, it gets it off of the board at least. I can just. I think I'm fine with just playing the Cenote Scout now. Yeah, because I want to save Trickster for something a little bit more important. I don't really want Kumena Speaker here. I really would like an Island Walklord. That would be fantastic. I mean, we have 11 power in play, so like that's pretty good. So if they like shock themselves or something and we find another Lord, that is actually a way to win this game. Just being super aggressive. The fact that they did not grief scam us in turn 1 was pretty great, so. Well, never mind. Here's where everything's gonna go wrong because we there is nothing we can do to like stop this. It is going to just fuck our entire lives because they're just gonna ephemerate it. Yeah, okay, we can't beat that. Like it just destroys our board. That is something that we have like no interaction for. Like I guess we have subtlety, but we're throwing away the creatures in our hands for that, and that's I don't know. I really only want subtlety versus like Titan and Tron. Like I don't want subtlety to like deal with things that they're spending no mana on. I want subtlety for cards that take them like the entire turn to like actually do stuff. I don't want them to just be able to just still cast more stuff after I'm using subtlety on it. So I need them to like actually invest their entire turn into the thing that I'm subtletying. If they're just like exiling a card from their hand, like that's not stopping them from casting like say Faithless Mending afterwards. So it's terrible. There's no way we're beating that. This is fine. We'll keep this. That was awful. Like, yeah, I feel like I really don't like Subtlety versus the other elementals. I think that's not really a good function for it. Because especially in this kind of deck, we don't have a way to grind out a game like that. Like, the cards we draw like from in our starting hand are basically what we have to work with, and then we have to kind of just get lucky to draw a few more threats and go from there. But yeah, if you are just kind of relying on like a subtlety on, say, like Ragavan or Grief in turn one, I don't think that's actually going to work a lot of times. The cost of them having just one more card to throw away to do what they were going to do anyway is not that high. So, okay, Urborg, this probably means this is mono black. They could have Fatal Push here. I'm going to attack and just see what happens. They're just stuck with like a bunch of Field of Ruins and they don't have the Fatal Push for this. This could actually be good. You can just play Mistbinder next turn. Drawing Flooded Strand is not ideal. We need more creatures, not lands. Okay, well, I guess that strategy worked. That did exactly what we wanted. See, like, this is a deck where if they actually, like, go for Karn or something, they are spending real mana on it, so I feel like Subtlety is worth a little bit more here. Okay. Don't think... I don't think Trickster is actually going to be that great. Yeah, I'm not... Like, the mana denial plan does work sometimes. But it's still... well, they are an Orcish Bowmaster deck, right? So I'm actually not sure that I want to rely entirely on Spreading Seas for this. Alright. Okay, this is not good, actually. Yeah, we have to... I think this is a mulligan. We only have 2 creatures. We need way more than that. It's, again, not great. We have to just kind of hope for the best here. Let's get rid of a Hexcatcher. Like, Hexcatcher is not a card that, like, I guess I could cut I could cut 2 of those, but, like, it's kind of bad for the same reason. Seas is just going to trigger their Bowmaster, and Hexcatcher is just a target for it. But I could catch them with uncertain spells, I guess. So, alright, well, that's helpful. They want to kill this, they have to do it before we untap and play the island. They have the chance to, but I don't have a choice not to play it, so. Profane Tutor, okay, interesting. So this is a pretty good turn to just play like Mistbinder. Spell Pierce, I think, is going to come in handy. Now it would be a good time to draw another land so I could play Lord plus Spell Pierce. But Spell Pierce actually I think is going to be really good. Okay, Swamp Cycle, sure. That's fine. This looks suspiciously like Bowmasters to me. Alright, I think I'm just attacking here. I'll see what they do. If they play Bowmasters, I would just flash it in Hexcatcher, but I'm not going to do that yet. Because they're going to cast Profane Tutor, and I might just like wait and pierce whatever they find with it. So, I guess doing it in their upkeep like could have forced them to not be able, like, I guess, yeah, if we did, it would have been kind of like remand if we just did it now. Because they would have been able to pay for it for sure, but it just means they would have cast the actual spell next turn. There is a chance that they just get something. Well, let's see. So it's 4. They have 5 mana here, so oh, that's fucking bad. I guess we're just casting the Hexcatcher now. Because I think I'd rather have that in play. Just because it still prevents Karn from being a thing. So, like, they can Inquisition and take Spell Pierce, but Karn can't come down. Like, taking a Lord here doesn't really matter. Yeah, they take Pierce. Okay. Wait, what? I didn't F6 through this, so I wanted to counter that. What the fuck? Why am I auto-yielding through this? I didn't do that. Fucking A. I would have just sacrificed like Kumena Speaker to counter this thing. Alright, well, I'm not... that, I don't know what happened. I don't feel like I hit the keys for that. Alright, well, I'm just putting more pressure on the board because I'm forcing them to actually do something or I kill them. The ring resolving was bad. They're drawing a bunch of cards, so I'm hoping that they just can't do anything of value with it. If they use the demolition field, that would be great, actually. I don't think they would make that mistake here, but it's possible. They don't know that we drew this. What are they exiling thoughts? Oh, they're gonna like kill one of my creatures here. That might not work out though. I'm just gonna sacrifice it to itself so they don't gain any life. So at the moment, the ring is still going to kill them. Or, like, they're going to take 2, so they're effectively at 9, so I do theoretically have lethal in play. So I don't know what their plan is yet. There's Karn. Okay, but what can Karn actually do? You have 1 mana and you're going to die. Presume if they had a land, they would have played it first. Okay, you get the 1 ring, but, like... You're not going to live long enough to do that, right? If you had a removal spell, you definitely should have used it here, so... Yeah, okay, good game. Alright. Yeah, I'm just going to attack them and then put them to 1 and let the ring kill them. The opponent said good game, so I'm just... Yeah, I'm... Just in case they were holding out Fatal Push, I'm going to let the ring do its thing, so... I did not mean to let this resolve in the first place, but it seems like it worked out, so... Alright. I mean, that match can be kind of hard, but This might also be a one where I feel a little bit better with the Simic version than the mono blue one, because the ability to race them doing stuff a little bit better, I feel like is worth having. So there are more starts where you can just flood the board with creatures before they can get anything going, and then like a well-timed Hexcatcher or something can actually just end it. And I feel like Spell Pierce is probably a little bit better just because, well, I don't know. Maybe not. It's probably close between that and Force, because there are times when they have a ton of mana, but there are also, like, 2 for 1ing yourself is not really what you want to do with this deck, so you know, I might have to try it both ways. I feel like in general Pierce is still fine, so I'm not sad to have it in this match. Alright, let's play. Let's try again, deck. I guess we're... Fuck, this is worth keeping this and throwing away a Spell Pierce. That's not ideal. Okay, I mean, if this is like Living End or Rhinos, maybe. This... Oh god, it's like Domain Zoo, isn't it? That doesn't look good for us. Nope. Alright, well, we're just using these Spell Pierces on literally anything that, like, even remotely looks like a target. Okay. See, what are we doing here? Oh god. Okay. Alright. Omnath, yeah. Cool. I can't do anything about that. I think we're gonna just die, because there is no way that this hand could possibly race this. Like, yeah, especially with Halfling, like, it makes this Spell Pierce a lot harder. You know, they can just have, like, Solitude and the game is just over anyway, so... That doesn't really do anything. Like, if we basically just give up to a Solitude, so that's where we're at. So they'll have, like... They have 4 right now, so Leyline Binding costs 2, plus they have that, yeah. I just need creatures in play. If there is any chance whatsoever, I have to put the shields down with Pierce and just hope that I untap with a board. It is very unlikely, but we have to just try, so... Sure. I shouldn't tell them that I don't have Force of Will here. Or, I mean, Force of Negation. They don't technically know that. Okay. But, I mean... Alright, that's not good, but... Alright, now I can just, like, go through this. I mean, they could bounce a creature, I guess. That's fine-ish. This is not a game where Vial's getting ticked to 3. Okay, well, they haven't solituded me yet, so they're telling me maybe there's hope. Okay. They're just drawing cards now. I mean, maybe we'll... They have Ephemerate, so that the fact that they're burning this now is maybe a good sign. If they just don't find it, then it's possible. They don't have Fury to lean on, so they literally have to have Solitude and then like Ephemerate in order to live here. We're just gonna Violin a Master of the Pearl Trident. Okay, Eternal Witness, you're gonna get back Ephemerate, sure. Oh, they really don't have it, do they? Fuck, they're just digging for it. They just... How are we, like, still alive here? They've gone through, like, 19 cards so far and just did not get it. The thing is, they need to have that and another Ephemerate, right? I don't think a single Solitude is enough. I mean, I guess maybe if they have... Oh, no, they just didn't. Okay. Fuck, we just got incredibly, like, lucky with that. Alright, sick. I think I want Dismember and I want Subtlety. This is not a Merfolk Trickster matchup. It's... Alright, what else do we not want? Maybe I don't know if I want all the Dismembers. The Tidebinder's good because I can actually counter the Solitude's ETB trigger. The Spell Pierces become less good fairly quickly, but we might want them early. I have to get rid of 2 more things. Like, Tideshaper is going to be a 2/2 for 1 pretty easily. I don't know how... Like, Hexcatcher might be okay. I don't know how good it is. Alright, I'm going to do it like this. I don't feel like this is... It's not like an unwinnable match, but we had a pretty, like, sketchy start with that first hand, and, Well, they mulled us 6. I'm going to keep this. We have our, like, kind of curve going here, hopefully, so... Get Speaker into, like, Mistbinder, hopefully. That would be fine. I don't think that there's any way playing a 1/1 hurts me right now, so I'm just not going to play the Breeding Pool yet. We might play that in turn 3. They didn't play Halfling, which is good. Surveil, they decide they like the card on top here. Yeah, we just kind of need them not to have, like, Solitude. Ren in 6. Unfortunately, I do have to actually do this. That is the situation where having a 1/1, yeah, alright, is bad. So maybe we should have played the Breeding Pool. I mean, I still think I need to do this regardless. They put it on top, so I mean, it's going to soak up their entire turn 3 to do it. Okay, so the other option now is we can Spell Pierce it now, so I would not like to pay 2 life. I'm just going to attack and pretend I don't have a 2-drop. Maybe this is going to work out by total fucking coincidence here. Nice! Okay. They wanted to get the value off of that graveyard here. We don't need the Island Walk yet. I mean, this is looking good. Like, we find another land and we play 2 more Lords next turn. Like, that's very close to victory. They're on 3 cards, so they could play, like, Omnath, but, I mean, we still get to crack them for a whole bunch. Oh, they put Solitude in the graveyard? Is that a good sign or a bad sign? Oh, they needed land. They wanted Omnath here. Alright. How's this gonna go? Alright. Could be Leyline Binding. That could be what they're thinking about. I don't know how that helps you right now. I don't have any triggers. Oh, okay, you're just... Did you just fuck that up? Shouldn't you have, like, countered the evoke trigger? Alright. Wouldn't the smart thing to do to be evoke this and then play this in response so you get to keep your solitude? Like, I don't... Okay, that seems wrong. You're on one card now. That was a blunder. But Lord of Atlantis, I do not want to put that in the graveyard. I want all the Island Walk Lords I can get my hands on here. Okay, well, I'm tapped out, so, like, I can just pass here. Yeah, if you were going to evoke this anyway, like, you're supposed to evoke this, counter the sacrifice trigger, and then, yeah. I don't know. That just had to be a fuck up, so... I mean, they'd be in a way better spot, like, if they could have, like, blocked and gained some life off of that, so... Alright, well, if they're going to give it to us, I'm going to take it, so... I mean, yeah, this card is actually really good with the elementals, for sure. I wonder if they're just realizing that they messed that up now. Like, what are you doing in my draw step here? There's nothing relevant. I'm just gonna play this Lord of Atlantis. Attack you for 6. I'll pretend I have Spell Pierce. Alright, we win. Alright, well, I mean, we made it look easy. Again, that's not a match where I would consider that easy. Because like, the first game definitely kind of was luck on our part, where they didn't, like, end up having the solitude, but then they definitely punted the second game, for sure. So, it could have been a lot closer, but it's not... I don't know that that's really helpful in our testing to have won that match. But whatever, we take those. It's fine. It helps make up for that miserable first start. It's like... Because I don't think that we have very good game versus the Reanimator deck. Like, that's just going to be hard. So, yeah, pretty much, like, any deck that's looking to, like, scam Grief in turn 1 is probably not going to be great. But I don't think Mono Blue is going to have a great time with that either. I'll keep this, I guess. I mean, this is almost, like, depending on... well, we're in the play here, so, you know, we get Merfolk going on. It is definitely possible that I might want to just play Merfolk Trickster and then hold up the Spell Pierce. Based on what they... Well, it depends what they do here, but, I mean, that might make sense. Unless we're about to get scammed. It could be Ragavan. Okay, if it's just Ragavan, that's fine. I'm not worried about Ragavan. Cenote Scout is good, too. I'm gonna play it, make this a little bit more threatening. Merfolk Mistbinder. I don't think that's a... I don't think that we want to draw that. Okay. I don't think they're going to block either. I think they're expecting Ragavan. Okay, you know, if they want to trade Ragavan for this, that's fine. Their 1-drop is, like, way better than ours, so I'm okay with that. I really would like to draw a land, though. That's why I put this in the graveyard, because I want to be able to play, like, Mistbinder plus Spell Pierce this turn if possible. So this could definitely be, like, Bowmaster. Okay, well, if it is... I mean, I guess it's okay if it is, so let's attack. We'll just play Cenote Scout again. They can trade a full Bowmaster. Like, if they trade a 2-drop for a 1-drop, that's fine. Okay, I mean, well, okay, it's actually not because they do have the token, so I mean it does the I forgot it does the 1 damage, so like yeah, that's not good, but yeah, sure. It's I mean I can't there's nothing I can do to like play around them having it, so I just have to make them use it, and it's like probably the least bad way to do it, so uh yeah, again, I really would like to have the actual land. If they play Fable, at least I have the Spell Pierce available. Or even if they play like Fatal Push, I still probably have to use this. Oh, Croxa. Fuck. Alright, yeah, I don't think Mistbinder is the one that we're hanging on to here. Yeah, that's just bad. I guess attack. I'm probably flashing in Trickster if nothing else happens. But I don't want to get my ass handed to me by like Fable here, because I don't think we can recover from Fable resolving. This is not going well, but it's gonna get worse otherwise. So okay, that's fine. Here I can just deal with Ragavan for a turn. Okay, back it goes. Come on, land. It's not really helping me. Okay, just attack, I guess. I'll just play Tideshaper as a 1/1. Well, if they have another Bowmaster, that's going to be really bad, but like I want to be able to try to block the Ragavan if I can. Oh, they're going to Bowmaster me again? Sure, I mean, I can't fucking do anything about this. This is awful. Just play something to throw in front of Ragavan. Like, yeah, this is... I hate this card so much. Like, I think I might actually hate Orcish Bowmasters more than Teferi, which I never thought was going to be possible. Like this is actually worse than like the One Ring and very close to Ren and Six, because it's just like it's so ridiculously Are you fucking kidding me? You have 3 of them in a row? Oh my god! How is this? How is this real life? Okay, look, I'm giving up. Like, this is clearly not meant to be. Like, how do I defeat that? I can't. There's nothing I can do to stop this. All right, Hexcatcher is not good here. I think I want Subtlety, and I think I want Spreading Seas, and I don't think Tideshaper is very good. Uh, yeah, it's take out a Kumena speaker, I guess. I don't know how like I'm supposed to deal with that. That's insane. Sure, let's go. All right, they kept 7 cards, so don't like grief me, I guess. This is the power of all of our spells being 1 mana here, I guess, so No, that looks like Ragavan. No, it could be Grief. Yeah. No, it's okay. We're fucked. We just lose. They're just doing the thing. This is now like twice in this league that we've just gotten like turn one Grief scam, so there's nothing we can do about it. Like it's this is the most powerful interaction in this format, and there's no force of will to stop it. So, like, what are we supposed to do? Like, they're gonna take another Dismember, and unless I am a god and just draw the third one, like I'm not my opponent levels of goods. Like I can't just have three Bowmasters in a row. Like that's not me. Yeah, like they got to do the thing on turn one, and like it's not like if I play this speaker right now, they're definitely just gonna play Bowmasters and just kill it. It's like, what am I supposed to do? I can't not do it though. Like that, I guess, sort of helps. I have to vial the Trickster in on the Grief to keep it from attacking. I can't win otherwise. Yeah, all right. Well, I mean, they know my hand. They don't know the subtlety. Just this is ridiculous. Like I don't think I can defeat this. They're like it's not like the rest of their deck is bad just because they don't have Fury anymore. Like this interaction is still better, I think, than Fury because it generates more free wins. Like I still feel like Fury was like a little bit more vulnerable. So Spell Pierce. I have to use it on something. So may as well do it like while it still can counter removal. Sure, Fatal Push me. Engineered explosives on one. Absolutely. That's great. All right, we're going to lose our vial and our speaker. Now I can't tick that up. All right, well, the only good news is it does take their whole turn to do this, but that's not a lot of good news, so we did draw the land, so I guess if we draw more creatures, we're not like SOL. We could like draw lords or I guess more tricksters or something and keep the game going that way. Like we're racing them, so like if they crack this and blow these two things up, like that's okay. But if they play Ragavan or something here, that's going to be really bad. Which yeah, they do. Okay. I mean, that's not really what I needed here. Okay, like I can't let Ragavan attack me. Like they are on two cards right now, and if it hits me and they start taking my stuff, I'm just not going to be able to come back. So have to block this here. Yeah, subtlety is not really amazing at the moment. I mean, it's also very likely this thing's just going to get like not dead after all anyway. So no, okay, that's fine. Does that mean you have like Fable for this turn? Oh yeah, there's Fable. See, I mean, again, this is still one of the most powerful cards that's been printed in the last like few years. So I guess sure. I have to like it's gonna generate treasures otherwise. So yeah, Hopefully they'll correct the area and ban the correct. Like I don't think Fury was not really the problem for us at all. Like we could design our entire deck so that Fury could like only minimally hurt us, but like there is literally nothing in the format that any deck can do about getting like turn 1 grief scam, because Force of Negation is not fucking Force of Will and it does not do the same job. So it's not gonna work. Yeah, like the grief always should have been the card that got banned, and probably Bowmasters at the same time, but like for different reasons. But also like probably like 5 cards in this format need to be banned because like it's a disaster. So you have like what Violent Outburst is like, a complete train wreck. Like Grafe is the One Ring, and like Bowmasters are like it's all a mess. And then you get rid of those, and then like Ren and Six just becomes a problem all over again. It's like, what are you doing? Sure, okay, you have another Grief. Great, excellent, good job, opponent. We both have no cards. You're gonna have this, right? And I'm just not gonna be able to draw things anymore. So sure. Okay, so this is gonna flip. Huh. I guess I just have to do this, right? Yeah, here. I counter this effect here. And it goes away, yeah. Because its effect like puts the counter on and makes you do the thing right away, but because yeah, it then has 3 counters on it, they have to sacrifice it because it didn't exile itself to its ability, so because otherwise, like, yeah, I couldn't beat it otherwise, so I have to. Yeah, I don't know. I think I need like a lord here so I can attack. Like, I really need a lord here. Dismember would have been okay. Well, I mean, it's. I don't think I can actually attack here. Nope. They'll just block here, and then like I don't think I can deal with the grief at the moment, so I don't have any good way to push damage. I need them to have just drawn like nothing off of this. If they're not attacking, that's a good sign for us, so. That's not bad. Let's see what they're doing. If they want to do it, they have to do it right now, so. It's gonna hurt if they do, so. Hmm. No, I am not going to be putting that in my graveyard. I am going to simply just pass here, because, attacking does not really make a lot of sense right now, but attacking will make probably a lot of sense next turn. Especially if they're just hanging on to, like, nothing at the moment. Can get in for at least 3 damage, and they have to get, like, lose some creatures, hopefully. I just need them not to have removal, because if they have the removal, it's going to be really, really bad. But it's only going to get worse over time. Like, the number of cards they can draw that, like, fix this for them is pretty high, so I think I have to take the risk and just, like, attack and hope that they don't have it. Like, there's only so much I can do. Like, yeah, the longer this game goes, the better and better chances they're going to have of, like, drawing something that really just ruins me. Okay, yeah, like, see, they have that, so whatever. Grief can eat something, and this can force a trade with this, and I guess they go to 3, but that doesn't help me a whole lot. And they do have to block, though, so there is that. Yeah, that has to happen, and, like, that's going to happen, so... It's not the end of the world, but it's not exactly great either. I'm just going to hang on to this Flooded Strand. As far as they know, I have a Spell Pierce in my hand. Yeah, we have no grind game, so we can't, like, afford to just, like, try to sit around and do nothing. This is where I really kind of need to find another Dismember. But they can't attack, because if I draw a Lord, they're just dead, right? So attacking does not make sense. I mean... I do this and, like, hope they don't have another Fatal Push, I guess. Oh, they just gave up? Yeah, oh, that's because I have the Island Walk. Yeah, so they didn't have the Fatal Push, so, you know, okay. Sure, I'll take it. Spreading Seas actually did get there this time. That's a plus. Do I want to change anything here on the draw? Probably not. Yeah, they I feel like they should have just made me attack anyway, but I don't think I'm changing a whole lot here. Like, this is reasonably about as good as it's going to get, so... Like, a lot of these are all, like, very vulnerable cards anyways, and yeah, I don't think that we're doing better. Just have to hope for the best. Fuck, why is this my life? I'm, like, so close in this match. Like, I just... Give me a hand where it's, like, actually keepable. Alright, what am I supposed to... Like, I guess I get rid of Spell Pierce, because I can't actually cast it, so... Alright, just don't grief me. I guess if they play Ragavan, I might actually just Dismember. No, we're getting griefed. Never mind. There's no way. Of course, this is the third time this league that we have gotten turn 1'd by this, so that makes sense. Why would that not be the case? This is fucking Magic at its finest, people. Alright, well, we threw away Spell Pierce, and we got that back. That's fantastic. I'm definitely going to be casting that card this league. Or at least this game, so... no, I am not going to be putting Dismember in the graveyard. I am 100% keeping it in my hand here, so... The second that they, like, ever tap out, ever, I'm going to use it. Thoughtseize that. Yeah, like... I can just Trickster it next turn, so hopefully that'll be fine. And hopefully they just don't have another grief. Yeah, I don't know what... Like, taking away Vial there doesn't really do anything, so... Come on, give me an island this turn so I can go for Dismember plus Spell Pierce. Okay. I don't get what I want. Alright, well, I can't afford to waste... I don't think I can afford to waste it just... Well, I mean, I did, but I don't know. It's... I'm trying to, like... I feel like they have another, like, not dead after all, and I really don't want to burn the Dismember on it just yet, so... I could have done it and just, like, not taken it. Yeah, that's true. I guess I just didn't want to, like, tap out and have them, like, play another grief. Oh, fuck. Oh, they take thought... They thought sees me here. Fuck. Alright, yeah, that makes sense. But, I mean, this is, like, we're still in this, right? If their last card is just, like, a land, like, we can actually still win this race. Okay. So they go to 5, right? Okay, I'm just playing Spell... I'm hoping they don't have Ragavan, and I'm hoping that Spell Pierce just, like, saves me. Grief? Okay. So we just win here if we find Merfolk Trickster, I guess? Or Spreading Sea. Or no, not Spreading Seas. It's basically just Merfolk Trickster. Alright. Okay, well, easy life, I guess. The Svelun was on our side. I feel like maybe we didn't deserve to win this game, but you know what? I'm fucking taking it. This was alright, good game. Opponent said good games. Alright. We needed that. That was therapeutic. Like, there is, like, the odds of winning that game from that position were, like, very, very low. We had 2 cards in our entire deck that we could draw to, like, not die there, and that was one of them. So, take it. I guess there is also some value in potentially, like, not playing the breeding pool, but I was kind of thinking about, like, if they played, like, Fable of the Mirror Breaker, trying to dig for, like, a Fatal Push or, like, a Lightning Bolt. Yeah, or if they played, like, another land and then activated their to draw a card to just try to find the 1-mana removal spell. So, like, I feel like the odds were, like, fairly close either way, but, like, it did also then open me up to, like, if they play Ragavan Dash, then I could have been in trouble for that. So I don't know, like, there were so, like, or if they just naturally drew the bolt, like, well, if they just drew the bolt, then I was kind of fucked anyway. Probably, yeah, because they would just, like, kill one of my creatures. So, and the Pierce wouldn't have helped at all. I think shocking myself prevented some outs for them, but it also enabled some others. So yeah, I'd have to, like, really know what their deck list looked like to know that for sure. All right, we're 3-1. Let's take this out. So I mean, the plan does work apparently. This is... I feel like I really want to try this, but I can't. If this was not another 3-drop, I would probably... Oh fuck. All right. I guess we don't have a choice. We have to try this and just, like, throw back a Tide Shaper. I'm not happy about this at all. There's so many ways this, like, goes poorly. Leyline. Okay, well, we are in some fuck. You know what I should have tried today? I should have tried my 2 copies of Hibernation. I wasn't sure if I wanted to do that or not, and I definitely should have. All right. Okay, well, they're just going to Draco us, then there's not really much we can do about it. I mean, again, like, Leyline plus Draco is kind of like the same thing where you have, like, it's just a different form of scam here, right? Maybe this problem will also get solved on Monday. That's possible. You can't get your hands in hibernation. Oh, I've had like foils for a while now. Okay. Well, I don't think that Spell Pierce is going to be helpful this turn because they're more than likely just playing a creature. I think I just need to play a Tide Shaper and just hope that they don't have Draco. That's it. So they do, I'm dead. That's all there is to it. So I can't beat that right now. No, not this turn. Okay, that's good. Well, that would actually be very helpful if I could find the other land to play it. Like, it makes racing this theoretically possible. They don't seem to have Leyline Binding, because I feel like they would have just used it if they did, so... Okay, if we draw a land and play the Lord of Atlantis, it's still possible, like... But it's not really otherwise. Okay, island cycling, they're going to get another land, sure. At this point, just playing Scion is not enough. This is yeah, they're just gonna cascade into Rhino. Like, this is fine. Like, we could still beat this with Island Walk, like, that's still possible. But we need to draw the island here, otherwise we're, yeah, like, never mind, Spell Pierce. Like, we just never draw another land, that's cool. Like, sure. I think that just means we lose the game, right? Because there's nothing we can do about it now. We had to draw a land before turn 4. Like, that was the only way we could possibly win this game, so. They're only attacking for 8? That's sketch. Oh, they're gonna Violent Outburst, okay. Okay, so even if I counter this here, they're gonna hit me for 10, I go to 7. Like, I don't think I'm winning this anyway, and I don't want to tell them I have Spell Pierce. Yeah, like, sure. There was nothing I could really do about it. Okay, well, I think this is the card that we want for this, right? And I think we're supposed to take Subtlety. All right. What is actually not supposed to be good here? We have to take out 7 cards. Like, the Tidebinder, I guess, is fine. It's not, like, amazing. Feel like... I guess it could be Trickster. Feel like it's probably the 1-drops and, like, Tricksters. And it could be like this. I don't know. Maybe I'm not supposed to have all 4 of these either. Like, I know in a lot of board states, these aren't really gonna, like, do much, so maybe I don't know if I need the 4th one. Because if they don't play, like, this Scion, then this doesn't really do anything, so... the Trickster can, like, sometimes be good, but sometimes it's not terribly good either. I feel like the Mistbinder probably goes. And I feel like... to cut 2 more cards. Maybe, like, cut 2 speakers. No, maybe just do it like this. I'm gonna try it like this. This is actually really bad. This is not gonna do dink. No, I can't keep that. This is way better. And I think we're just throwing away Subtlety here. Throwing away Subtlety and hoping that Spell Pierce is going to be fine. Alright. I'm not sure because, like, it can help sometimes in winning the race, but, you know, I'm not 100%. The other thing is, like, it's something to play at flash speed, so it's kind of nice, but I kind of go back and forth on whether I want it or not. Like, here I don't have to commit anything until their turn, so means I get to play the Spell Pierce. Like, well, I'm probably not playing the Pierce this turn, but I mean, I don't have to play anything until, like, I pass to them, so. Okay, like, there's Scion, but it doesn't really do anything here. Alright, cool. That seems great. Hexcatcher's the one that actually matters this turn, so I want to make sure that I don't get got by a Rhinos. Like, they're actually just dead this turn, right? Like, even if they play Rhinos, they just still lose the game, so. I don't know what they're hoping to achieve here. Alright, opponent, it's the end step. Are you going to do something? Yeah, no, you're not. Okay, you're just going to die. I mean, I could actually just do this here, but I don't know if I really want to show them that I have it or not. So I think we're definitely winning, like, I guess the safe thing to do is probably play this, because they might try to. So who cares? If they cascade, it doesn't actually do anything. I have Island Walk. The only thing I'm worried about is, like, Fire and Ice here, so I guess I'm going to do this just in case they have, like, Fire and Ice plus, like, Mystical Dispute. Or, like, Leyline Binding, because then they won't, at least they won't have any blockers, like, even if they manage to get rid of the Lord somehow with, like, Leyline Binding, so yeah, we win. Okay. It just removes all of their outs. That's basically it. Okay, you know what? I'm on the... maybe on the draw, this is like... I don't know if it's... I don't know if Trickster's more important or not. It's... Maybe on when I'm on the draw, like, I just need to play more things faster. So just, I don't know. I can just cut them for the speakers, I guess. Tidebinder does feel, like, really slow in this deck, though. Like, I only really feel good about Tidebinder when I have it, like, and a Vial up. This is terrible, I think. I have, like, no clock whatsoever with this hand. This this is actually much better, I think. I guess I'm just getting rid of Kumena's Speaker, and the Tide Shaper is much more likely to be a 2/2. Thinking about Spying, yeah, in those slots. Yeah. The only other thing, though, is, like, the Tidebinder is kind of good against some of those bigger mana decks like Tron, so, and I'm like, we don't have the Force of Negation there, so, like, I like having something for it. Alright, well, Just know to... Just know... Oh, yeah, of the... Well, they have the ley line, so... Vodalian Hexcatcher seems like that's pretty useful, so I think I'm going to keep that there. Because I am going to need some interaction. If they have Draco, they have Draco. Like, I can't beat that. It looks like maybe they don't, though. So I have to do this on, I think, on their upkeep. So that way they can't cascade at the same time. We'll do this now, so that way, yeah, they can't do it this turn at least. And that gives me time to maybe find something else here. Like, okay, they have Leyline Binding, whatever. Sure. I mean, it is what it is. Did they not have... They don't have another land! Oh, fucking nice. Okay. Okay, we gotta, like, rethink this strategy here. Alright. Bet. We're just playing a... I guess we're just playing Lord of Atlantis here and then attacking. I think... Sure, you have another Leyline Binding. Alright. Take 2. Alright, so... I do think that I need to get the breeding pool just in case we draw Pick Your Poison, so... And I am going to take the damage because I want the Tide Shaper in play so I can attack for more next turn. And if I draw another land, then we can just attack for 8, so... Alright. They don't seem to have anything else, so this seems like this is working. They might have, like, Mystical Dispute, so I may not want to play this right now. We'll see. Dismember? Oh, fuck. That's gonna hurt. Okay. Alright, well, now I can safely play the Master of the Pearl Trident here. Now that Mystical Dispute is not a thing, so... They have fucking Subtlety. Alright, well, you know what? If they're evoking Subtlety, that is fine. That means their next turn is not going to do shit. I will absolutely put that on top. Not even a question. Alright. Their next turn, nothing they draw here is going to matter for this turn, so, yeah. That was really, really bad. Like, doesn't matter. Alright, yeah. They didn't draw a land, obviously, so they could have just drawn a Cascade spell with no way to do it. They did pitch Mystical Dispute! We fucking read that like a book. Nice! Yeah, Scion doesn't save them. They're still dead, like, because they're not blocking anything. They gave us Island Walk with the Guild Pact here, so... Alright, we win. We went 4-1, so... Like, and those were some pretty tough matches, I would say. Like, the only one that we lost, like, outright was just, you know, the Reanimator deck just, like, grief scamming us. But, like, somehow we fought through the rest of it, which... It was a very uphill battle, But yeah, that was successful. The only card in this entire deck that I'm really not sure about is this Tishana's Tidebinder. And it's because, like, as good as it is against the Cascade decks, like, it's so fucking slow at 3 mana. Like, I don't know. It's... I really don't know if this is what should be in this slot, because getting to 3 and, like, I can't hold up, like, Pierce plus, like, a 2-drop on turn 3 with this, right? It's like, if this interaction doesn't work, like, if they Subtlety this in response or something... Yeah, it's so bad. Or if they go, like, Outburst in your end step, then, yeah, that could be bad. So, like, it is very possible that maybe this is supposed to be Svelune. I mean, it's definitely worth considering. Yeah, I mean, Svelune is not a bad card to draw on an empty board state. Like, yeah, because it will just take over a game, but, it's obviously not quite as good against a lot of the decks, but I mean, it gives us a little bit of grind, so maybe. It's definitely worth thinking about, at least. Harbinger, I mean, the other option is maybe the 3 subtleties could come into the main deck instead. I don't know, like, I'm still not, like, I don't like this card as much as, like, other people do. Like, I think Nikachu likes this card way more than me. I think that it's important to have something like this versus, like, Tron and Titan, but at the same, like, I don't want to use it against, like, spells that people are using 0 mana against, because, like, especially the earlier on you use Subtlety, the worse it is. Like, our deck has no way to, like, get the card advantage back, so yeah, it's so tough to, like, say whether this is right or not. But I feel like everything else is pretty close. Oh, fuck, we didn't bring in Chalice of the Void versus the Rhino deck, did we? Oh, that was a blunder. Like, I absolutely should have brought this in, like, so, whoops, yeah. Having the Chalice in 0 would have been way better. We didn't need it, I guess. That's the moral of the story, so. But, yeah, I don't know. I mean, the thing is, they almost always are gonna have an answer to it, but... So I don't anticipate that Chalice is going to actually, like, stay. Like, Living End is likely to gonna, like, Foundation Breaker or Grief it away from you. And, like, yeah, the Rhino deck does have, like, Force of Negation and, like, Force of Vigor to deal with it. Also, like, maybe the Otawara, so... Yeah, but, like, we don't need it as much. So, like, 2 is probably a fine number to have, but I don't know that it's necessary to have that, so... The only thing I do like about it is it's a 0 mana thing that we can do, so there is that. Engineered Explosives is not a bad choice, though, for sure. I guess if we were gonna... I don't know, like, the Spell Pierce I think is good against Living End, so is the Hexcatcher, so, I mean, this does have us covered against a lot of the early game against these decks, so... I could definitely see, like, taking the 2 Chalices out and dedicating it to something else. Like, maybe if we want to try to fix our Yawgmoth match a little bit, maybe we put in, like, Cursed Totems or something. Or, like, Engineered Explosives is definitely not a bad card to use either. But it's a little bit worse in this deck because we have a lot more 1-drops now. So, but I guess EE against Rhinos is fine because you do it on 0. But, you know... Yeah, I don't know. Like, I guess Chalice is... This slot could change. I think Pick Your Poison is pretty good. I don't know if I want all 4. Maybe 3 is a fine number to have. Like... Yeah, because it... Especially against the Rhino deck, because it's not going to be good all the time. So... Yeah, if they're not on the Scion, then, like... Or if they just have a game where they just don't play the Scion, then this doesn't actually do anything. Like, in our game, like, if we drew this in our game, like, the last one, it wouldn't have done anything. They just sacrificed their Leyline, the Guild Pact, and then, sure, it doesn't matter. They had no other targets, so... Sometimes this card will be really good against them, and sometimes it won't be. The thing is, it is really good against the Domain Zoo version of that deck, so there is that. So, I don't know, like, this is something, I could see, like, maybe making 1 extra slot here, and so we have 3 slots to do something else that's definitely possible. Like, I don't know what I would want to put in those slots, though, but, I mean, surely there could be something. I mean, maybe Svelun could be in the sideboard. That's a thing. Yeah, you don't want to kill the Guild Pact. You want to kill the Scion if you can. I mean, I do think Pick Your Poison helps our Murktide match a lot, so... Because all the threats they have are flying threats, so like it will be very good against them. And they can't Mystical Dispute it, which is nice. Otherwise, like, yeah, the Seas are fine. I like our Tron like matchup is not quite as good. Like the Pierce and Hexcatcher, like they start to become ineffective a little bit quicker than Force, so I don't know, like there's a few adjustments we could make to this list, but I feel like the core of this list is actually pretty strong. Like I don't necessarily need Trickster in a lot of matchups, but I mean it is fine when we use it, so I think Nikachu's actually been splitting Tricksters like some in the sideboard, because like game one sometimes it is just better to attack with it, so could be worth thinking about that. But overall, like I'm sold in this strategy. Like it's been, I think, reasonably successful, and I don't know. I like maxing out on things we can do on turn one. It makes our deck not feel as clunky, and I do think that Spell Pierce is probably better than Force at the moment, at least in the main deck, because we don't really want to be 2-for-1ing ourselves against decks that are just running like 8 Cascade spells. So, yeah, and then applying the extra pressure with all the Lords is just very, very good to back up 1-drops. Yeah, I mean, it is... The crunch deck can be a lot better against them. It's just, yeah, if there are some draws where it's going to be a little bit harder, but, you know, it's close. Like, spreading seas definitely helps a lot with that, and like, you know, sometimes it's just a matter of like if they have more ways to get Tron, then you have seas effects that can suck. But yeah, that's just killing them is a valid way to win that game sometimes too. So like it's probably fine. I don't know. I'd have to think about what I want to do with these sideboard slots a little bit more, but yeah, I don't know that we actually need the Chalice that badly, and like I don't know that we need Tidebinder that badly either. So like I could like see cutting Tidebinder and just putting like another Trickster or like 2 Svelun's or something like that. That's not unreasonable at all. Or like Harbinger seems like that'd be fine as well. So yeah, but overall, like yeah, I'm happy with this, and I am definitely playing like some version of this 75. I'm just definitely playing Simic like in this style. I just yeah, I have to figure out what I want to do with these last slots, but it is strong. Like, I feel like I would have struggled with Mono Blue a lot more. And I mean, we did struggle a bit, so there is something to be said for that. It's just... Yeah, Tux, this was an excellent suggestion for a core, and I hope that, like, more people pick this up. Like, it's... You still feel like... No, see, this is the thing. Like, I've noticed a lot of the times, every time that, like, Nikachu feels like he likes Mono Blue, I tend to be more, like, on Simic, and then every time that he likes playing Simic, then I tend to like Mono Blue more. And it's really weird that like we seem to have like completely opposite play styles in a lot of these metagames, and since he's been like on Mono Blue a lot, like this is just kind of where I'm naturally falling in that cycle anyway. So but I see, yeah, Cenote Scout is like the card that I really wanted to try this card a lot, and I will say out of like all the cards in this deck, I am the most impressed with this one, because in either mode of this, it's really, really good. It's either drawing us a land, so, you know, and getting us closer to action, or it's just helping us fix our draw and being a 1-mana 2/2. And I'm totally fine with both of those things. Like, especially in an 18 land deck, drawing a land, like, means that we're more likely to hit that, like, 3rd mana, so we can play a 2-drop and a 1-drop. So I want to maximize on, like, turn 3, do 2 things as many times as possible. I do like having the extra 1-drop here, just again for like the same reason. I want to have something to do on turn 1 as much as possible, and I want to have that like 1-drop plus like 2-drop on turn 3 as often as possible. And I feel like playing the 4th speaker is like better than playing another Trickster. So it just seems like that's smarter to me. Yeah. And like, yeah, I'm still not entirely sold on the Tidebinders. Like, they're not bad at all. It's just like they're a little bit slow in a deck that really wants to go very quick. And sometimes if we're committing ourselves entirely to this, we don't have like force or anything to back it up. So it's a little bit more like kind of all in as a play. Like if the rhinos are playing like yeah, if they're playing like Violent Outburst and your end step like and you Tidebinder it, you're just opening yourself up now to all of a sudden it's like, all right, well, are they just gonna be able to Shardless Agent into it in their turn? Like, there's no opportunity to have like 2 Spell Pierces or like Spell Pierce plus Hexcatcher or anything like that. So, I mean, and you don't really want to tick Vial up to 3 for it either, so I'm not sure. You like it in some ways because you can force out the plays that play into Tidebinder better. I mean, maybe. I mean, it is good against the One Ring. That is also fair. Like, countering the trigger for that is often a way to win a game, too. So, there is something to be said for that. But, like, there's still a lot of turns where I just want to play, like, a Lord in turn 3 and hold up Spell Pierce, and, like, that's how the ideal way to go for that. But, I mean, trying to hold up the Tidebinder is a little bit more risky. Yeah, because, I don't know, like, you're not always going to have the Pierce. That's fair, but I don't know. 3 mana just feels like so much more of a commitment to just playing one thing on that turn. And like I want to win the game quickly, so I don't know. It's definitely not bad. It's just like most of the times I remember us drawing it, it seemed like it was a little bit clunky when we played it. That's all. So I mean, maybe we need that. Maybe we need it, but it's I don't know. I'd have to sleep on it probably to really like get an idea of how I feel about it. So you had the issue later on where someone played around it when you had a less aggressive start. Oh, yeah. Part of the problem. Oh, yeah. So you forced somebody to play in the ring, but like part of it was you had mono blue that people were getting too good at playing around it. Yeah, I mean that's also fair. I mean, so we. Yeah, I don't know. Again, I'd probably have to think about it a little bit more. I mean, the other consideration is also against rhinos. If it's on their turn 3, like, and we're trying, like, let's say they play the Shardless Agent and they try to cascade into it, and our plan is we're gonna just go Tidebinder to stop it. They have Subtlety on their turn that can also then disrupt that. Whereas if we just went in for like a Spell Pierce line, that would be way less dangerous. So that is something to be considered as well. But I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's more like it's more all in. You're really committing to like this needs to work, and I'm not sure like if that's fine or not. That's all. Like it's still okay, but I don't like again. I don't think it's bad. I am just not like it. I like stuff like Harbinger, and I definitely like the 4th Trickster is also possible to have. Like maybe Sphaloon is fine, just because like there are going to be games where we need something to like put into play to like help us grind a little bit. So I don't know. Again, Sphaloon is also something that I do tend to board out a lot against a lot of these decks. So is it really that good? I don't know. It's hard to say. But yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I have to think about it more. So maybe, but 4-1 with this deck against a pretty tough league was bad. Like, yeah, and we had a lot of really bad spots in it, so I'm impressed. I think the shell works, and I'm definitely going to be playing some version of the shell this weekend. Hopefully we'll do well with it, so. Alright, everybody, thank you for watching this. And again, if you're watching my replay, you got to click thumbs up, alright? That's what that's what I need from you guys. It's really easy. It'll take you like 1 second. You won't even notice it. You just click it and it'll be done. And I know you can do it. It's that simple. And if you really want to go above and beyond, you can I don't know, share the video with somebody who likes Merfolk. That would be kind of cool. I know that's a big ask though, but at least click the thumbs up. I think that's doable, right? So, all right, that's all I've got for today. Everybody, I'll see you next time. Take it easy, keep swimming, and yeah, it was a good league. So, see ya.